let's have a look on the throughput test. You can select each either layer 2 or layer 3, so I'll stay with layer 3. You can set a V tag, VLAN tags, 1 or 2 or 3 tags. And yeah, you can start cascading the VLAN and the tags here. If you click any of these sections on the traffic structure, you go directly to the tabs of these different sections. So if you go to VLAN, you can configure the priority and the ID of the different VLANs you have there. If you want to go back and move out of this screen, just press on the red cross up there. You go back to the main header setup. You can, after finishing the configuration and the whole setup, you can just press on profile, last configuration, and do a save as a profile that you can use later on instead of reconfiguring every time. So that's the main structure. You can still configure the traffic. Go to general. If you want to have more than one stream, you can do up to 8 streams. So stream 1 has got 25% of the bandwidth, or you can just click on 8 streams, apply, and you've got 8 streams. Each has got 12.5% of the traffic. Go to page 2. You can browse between page 1 and page 2 on the configuration from the buttons down there. If you go to page 2, you can enable service disruption time measurements, and you can also see histograms for the round trip delay. Now, looking at the traffic, what kind of traffic you want to put on each stream, you can make it like a constant traffic and select the frame size to be fixed, and then you select which frame size you want to put there. And you can also choose different frame size for the other streams, or you can just apply to all if you change something on one of the streams. So we are pretty much ready to start our test then. So click on the start button, the green one, and you can see that we're transmitting in 100 gig, and because of the loopback we're getting 100 gig back. So no bad frames or poor frames, pose frames, so it looks pretty clean. If you click on alarm or error, you'll start injecting these. So give it a click and then you got one alarm. If you click on error, you'll get one error, and you see bad frames 1, the counter started there. If you go to the errors and alarms tabs, so you've got already some disruption happen because of the injection we've made. If you go to events, you can see there is a service disruption time violation happening, and yeah, you'll see a log of the events happening there. So the stream summary, you can see a summary of the stream here. You can see histogram, and that's the global view for the whole traffic. If you want to look at the signal, the level and the frequency, so this is the level of the receiver on the 4 different wavelengths, and this is the transmitter level and the frequency, and some information about your transceiver, the manufacturer, the serial number, and the wavelength. You can also get some information about the temperature and voltage. Traffic, this is the structure of the traffic we played with. Delay, you can see the delay happening here, and then you can start looking at per stream information. So this is stream 2 of 8. Click on previous to see the previous one. So we had one bad frame on first stream, and it's clean on the second stream. Going back to stream number 1, if you look at the errors, you've got some frame loss happening because of the errors we injected. Service disruption time, you can reset it as well. Delay, you can look at frame delay variation and frame arrival times. Rates, is just a gauge view, and the physical control sublayer, information about the PCS. You can set up the injection from the bottom right there, so you can configure what kind of injection you want to make. So is it a CRC? So you can't configure it while the test is running, so press stop and you can configure the type of injection. Is it a checksum or pose or a out of service or a sequence error? You can make it a single injection or a burst or a rate. Almost the same thing for the alarm. So what kind of alarm you want to generate, and the behavior, is it a single burst or continuous, and the duration of that alarm. At any point you need to go back and exit that screen, just press the red cross at the top and we're back at the results screen. Now if you want to save these measurements, just press on the save button. You will see on your browser or on your main screen of the display of the unit. So I'll call this one Throughput 100 gig and apply, and it will be saved. Later on we will see the list of results and the files we got. So that's for the throughput. We'll go now to the RFC. Now press the red cross to exit the throughput test.